What if your business never missed another phone call? Not at 2 a.m., not during lunch rush, not when your entire team is busy with customers. I'm going to show you exactly how to set up an AI receptionist for any small business, step by step. This isn't theory. A flight school in Florida set one up, and within the first week, they captured 11 calls that would have gone straight to voicemail. Let's get into it. Before we get into the how, let's talk about the why, because the numbers are staggering. A study from Invoca found that 62% of calls to small businesses go unanswered. That's not a typo. Nearly 2 out of every 3 calls. And here's what makes it worse. 85% of people whose calls aren't answered will never call back. They just move on to the next business in their Google results. For an HVAC company, each missed call represents roughly $180 in lost revenue on average. For a law firm, a single missed intake call could be worth $5,000 or more. For an auto repair shop, that's a diagnostic fee plus the repair job. Now multiply that by 20 or 30 missed calls per month. You're looking at thousands of dollars in revenue that just evaporates because nobody picked up the phone. The traditional solutions don't really solve this. Answering services charge per minute and the quality is hit or miss. Hiring a full-time receptionist costs $3,000 to $4,000 per month, plus benefits. And voicemail, nobody leaves voicemails anymore. They just call your competitor. This is exactly the gap that AI receptionists fill. So what does an AI receptionist actually do? Let me paint you a picture. It's 9 p.m. on a Tuesday. A homeowner's air conditioning just died in the middle of a Florida summer. They Google emergency AC repair and call the first number they see. Instead of voicemail, they hear a friendly, natural-sounding voice. "Hi, thanks for calling. I can help you schedule a service visit. Can I get your name and the address where you need service?" The AI captures their name, phone number, address, and the nature of the problem. It asks smart follow-up questions. Is this a complete system failure or is it blowing warm air? It books them into the next available slot, sends them a text confirmation with the appointment details, and optionally collects a booking deposit via a secure payment link. The entire call takes 2 to 3 minutes. The customer is booked. The business gets a notification with all the details. And nobody on the team had to wake up or put down their dinner. But here's what separates good AI receptionists from bad ones. The good ones don't just take messages, they actually handle the conversation. They know your business hours, your service area, your pricing. They can answer frequently asked questions. They can distinguish between an emergency and something that can wait until Monday, and they sound natural enough that most callers don't realize they're talking to AI. Let's break down exactly what you need to build this. There are 3 core components. First, you need a phone system. Twilio is the standard here. It's what most businesses use for programmable phone numbers. You get a local number for about $1 per month, plus a few cents per minute for calls. If you already have a business number, you can set up call forwarding to route overflow or after-hours calls to the AI. Second, you need the AI brain. This is the language model that understands what the caller is saying and generates appropriate responses in real time. The options here have exploded in the last year. You've got platforms like Vapee, Bland AI, Retail, Etheus Voice. There are a bunch of solid options now. Some handle everything for you. Others give you more control to customize for specific industries. Or if you're technical, you can connect Twilio directly to voice APIs from OpenAI, Anthropic, or xAI and build your own. Third, you need a knowledge base. This is basically a document that tells the AI everything about your business. Services offered, pricing, hours of operation, service area, how to handle emergencies, what questions to ask callers. Think of it as the training manual you give a new receptionist on their first day. The cost? If you're using a managed platform, you're looking at roughly $200 to $400 per month, depending on call volume. If you build it yourself with Twilio, plus a language model API, the raw costs can be under $100 per month for a typical small business. Compare that to a human receptionist at $3,000 per month. Now let's walk through the actual setup process. I'll keep this high level but actionable. Step 1, define your conversation flow. Before you touch any technology, write out what a perfect phone call looks like for your business. What does the AI say when it answers? What information does it need to collect? What are the 10 most common questions callers ask? What constitutes an emergency that should get forwarded to a human immediately? Write all of this down. This is your conversation script, and it's the most important piece of the entire system. Step 2. Choose your platform. If you're technical, you'll get more flexibility building directly on Twilio. If you're a business owner who just wants this working, go with a managed service provider, like, for example, Etheus Systems, who'll set the whole thing up for you and handle the ongoing tuning. Both approaches work. The managed route just saves you the learning curve. Step 3. Configure your AI persona. Give your receptionist a name, set the tone, professional, friendly, efficient. Upload your knowledge base document. Most platforms let you test conversations before going live, so take advantage of that. Call your own number 20 times with different scenarios. Try to break it. Ask weird questions. See how it handles an angry caller. Step 4. Start small. Don't replace your entire phone system on day 1. Set up the AI to handle after-hours calls only, or overflow calls when your team is busy and can't answer within 3 rings. The AI picks up. This lets you test in a low-risk environment and build confidence before going all in. Step 5. Monitor and refine. Listen to the first 50 calls. Every AI receptionist needs tuning. Maybe it's not handling a specific question well, or the greeting sounds a little off, or it's asking for information in the wrong order. These are quick fixes. After a couple of weeks of refinement, you'll have a system that handles 80 to 90% of incoming calls without any human involvement. So, what kind of results can you actually expect? Based on what I've seen with small businesses in Florida, the typical outcome is this. Businesses recover between 15 and 30 calls per month that would have otherwise been lost. That translates to anywhere from $2,000 to $15,000 in additional monthly revenue, depending on the industry and average ticket size. The ROI calculation is straightforward. If the AI system costs $300 per month and captures even 5 additional customers at $400 average ticket, that's $2,000 in revenue for a $300 investment, a 6 times return. But the benefits go beyond just revenue. Your existing staff spends less time on the phone, which means more time doing actual work. Customer satisfaction goes up because every call gets answered on the first ring, and you can finally stop worrying about what happens when the phone rings and everyone's hands are full. The businesses that get the most out of this aren't the ones with the fanciest AI setup. They're the ones that took the time to write a great conversation script and committed to refining it over the first month. The technology is the easy part. The thinking is what makes it work. If you run a service business and you're not answering every call, you're leaving money on the table. An AI receptionist won't replace your team. It extends them. It makes sure the phone is always answered, the information is always captured, and the customer always feels heard. I'll drop links to all the platforms I mentioned in the description. Check them out, compare, and see which one fits your business best. Subscribe if you want more practical breakdowns on implementing AI in real businesses. Not hype, just what works.